Yes, people, big love. How you doing? Hope you guys are well. So today's chat's going to be about Hadi Choopan's latest post and why I think Derek Lunsford is his number one rival for this year's Mr. Olympia and what is going on with all this shiz. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so we'll kick it off right here. So Big Derek and Big Hadi this year will be 1 and 2. Which way it goes, I don't know, but I genuinely believe they'll be 1 and 2. Why? For this reason. I don't think Hadi's going to have a fall from grace quite like Big Ramy did and end up fifth. Curry ended up fourth. He ended up fifth. I do not think he's going to have a fall from grace and come that low. I do genuinely believe there was a hidden agenda. I don't believe Ramy looked awful to come in fifth place. No, I don't. I think he looked even much better at the Arnold as well and still didn't place there. But anyway, that's by the by. I do not think he's going to have a fall from grace. I think he looks absolutely exceptional. I think he's handled himself well. He's got Hadi Rambod as a coach. So with all that in his favour, there's no way this brother's going to come anywhere past third. He's going to be top three, but near enough top two, in my opinion. He's going to come first or second. The reason he's going to come top two is because he's got a history of conditioning. His conditioning's always been on point. His flow, his shape, his structure is just awesome. He's not lacking anywhere. Everything's in proportion. Huge delts, huge chest, great abs, the best obliques in the business. They are absolutely shredded, sliced, and diced. He's got quads. He's got hamstrings. He's got calves. He's got a massive wide back, especially when he hits the lat spreads for his frame. His arms are good. He's not lagging anywhere. His chest is really full and striated. He's the most conditioned guy on the stage. All the different video outlets say it. Fazzy, Nick Strength, EP09, they all say the same. He's flawless in regards to conditioning. And then you've got Derek Lunsford, where he had only, half a year to train as an open athlete before he got the pass that he was going to go into the Open after the Pittsburgh Pro last year. But this year, he's had a full off-season as an open-level competitive bodybuilder, a full off-season in regards to dieting and putting on as much size as possible, a full off-season in regards to reviewing what the judges said and critiquing him and then hitting those critiques and smashing them out of the park. He's had a full off-season to develop his frame as much as he could, where he did not have that last year. And with all of that last year, he didn't have the blessing he has this year of training for a full year in Open, and yet he still came second. That's the thing. He came second last year, where he didn't even have a full season training as an open competitor. Now he has. He's got to do better. The only way he can do better is either get a place on higher, which is first, or equal his position of last year, which is second. Either way, I don't believe he's going to slip lower than second. And that's also the reason I don't think Hadi's going to slip lower than second. So therefore, I do believe these are your number one race for the first place. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm speaking as I'm thinking. So this post right here, right, if we look at the translation here, and I know it's not going to be completely accurate, it says, spread it so that I don't see the Photoshop game of others. Who's he referencing here, people? Let me know. I don't have a clue. What's he trying to say? Who's been Photoshopping, or who's accused him of Photoshopping? Now, I think this brother's getting a bit irate. I think he's getting a bit cross, a bit angry, a bit vexed, as we like to say around here. Do you know what I mean? I think he's getting tired of people disrespecting him. Do I think people disrespect him? Yes, I do. I've had a lot of people say that this guy's going to be the easiest person to overthrow as an Olympia champ. Why? Why? Because he's short? Why? Because he wasn't expected to win it last year? Why? Because his condition wasn't as good as previous years, but yet he still won it? That just shows how good he is, to be fair. I think he has been disrespected as a champion. I think he's a great champion. I think he's got a great physique. I think he's got a great muscle structure. He obviously trains like an absolute animal. He's got a great coach. So he's got all the tools there to be a great champion and to be a long-time champion. Dexter Jackson even said, here comes your two-time. So there you go. Do you know what I mean? That's all you need to know. He's the GOAT. The GOAT. If he's calling it out, there's going to be big levels with that. There's big levels. Secondly, if you see what I'm saying here, he likes to post after he's had a little setback or after he feels he's been aggrieved in some way. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can go back historically now, May, June, and July on the next post. So you'll see what I'm saying. Are you ready? Let's delve into it, people. I'm sorry, what on earth is this post about? Are you for real? Really? Really? Are we serious right now? What a joke. God bless Alex Fitness who put a stupid post. Yes, it is. Don't get me wrong. Who is the best bodybuilder is an amazing page. Great page. Gives you great content. Gives you great insight. Gives you great articles. Great pictures. But this is ridiculous. Really? SEOs? Really? Think about it for a second. He's the champion. Why would he need to disfigure his physique and his frame with an SEO? Really? And then think again, who's his coach? Don't you think he goes to his coach, texts his coach, rings his coach for advice? Do you really think someone like Hadi Choopan would say, oh, yeah, Hadi, go for it. Yeah, no one's going to see that. Yeah, do that. You need to bring up your shoulders because I've been training Derek much harder than what the advice I've been giving you. I want Derek to win. So therefore, if you do this, this might help you out a bit more. Think about it, you stupid fools. Do you really think Mr. Olympia, the current champ, is going to be worried about his physique and then take SEOs to try and enhance himself? The brother's got genetic gifts, mate. He could just sweep a floor and his shoulders would burst. Do you know what I mean? He could just press a kid up in the air and his pecs will be bulging. Do you know what I mean? He could swing on a swing, push his feet off the floor, and his quads will just be inflamed. Superb genetics. There's a reason he's the king. There's a reason he's the champ. He don't need SEOs. Does he need PEDs? Yeah, they all take them. But SEOs, really? Have a word with yourselves and get your fucking thinking hats on, please. Okay, so you got this May one here. Go back to the house of playful children. This post was sent out after the Pittsburgh Pro. I think the man was upset that he wasn't on that stage. I know he wasn't invited to, wasn't expected to be there anyway. But I think he was like, nah, people better not forget about me. I'm the champ. I'm the top dog. I'm the real deal. I'm the chosen one right now, bitches. You best not forget about me. Here I am. Here's my physique. Here's how good I would have looked if I was on that stage with them brothers. Don't forget me. Don't miss me. I'm the champ. I'm still here, and I'm going to claim my throne when November hits. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be large. I'm going to be in charge. I'm the king. Remember who the king is. You guys can play around. I ain't messing. I ain't playing. I'm here to stay. I'm the real deal. Come get me. Then here we go again. Do you remember this one? This was from June. The words again in the translation read, the world turned under my feet, and I told the world that I am the Persian soldier, the owner of the kingdom over the world. Right. This again was in response to something. I can't remember really what it was, but it was definitely in response to something what came out. Maybe a podcast, maybe the Jay Cutler podcast. He had someone on who said he wasn't as good. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking as I'm speaking, but he definitely put this post out in relation to something. Yeah. And then again, he does another one, which we're going to go on to on the next slide. But what I'm trying to say here is every time he feels aggrieved, every time he feels backed into a corner, every time he feels disrespected, he comes out with something. I love that. That shows his power. That shows his dominant force. That shows his psyche. That shows his mindset. That shows that he's a winner. That shows that he's an achiever. That shows that he don't care what people say. He's got his own agenda. Do you know what I mean? He don't care what people think of him. He don't care how people judge him. He just responds. And he responds with power. He responds with authority. And he responds with poses like this to show that he's still dominant. He's still a force. And he's still someone to be reckoned with. Do you know what I mean? He don't care about the noise. He just cares about bringing it. And that's why he's a champ. And that's why he deserves respect. Here's a July post. And again, he puts it, let's play a game. Again, this is in reference to maybe a verbal attack, maybe some comments attack, maybe someone's suggesting or writing that he's not a dominant champion. He's not worthy of being a champion. He's going to be replaced probably by Lunsford. To that, obviously, Milo's put, you are super respected champion, Hadi. So there you go. It was definitely something in regards to someone showing him a lack of respect. And good for Hadi. Good for stepping up for himself. Good for backing himself. Good for promoting himself. Good for putting something back out there in the spotlight and just defending himself in general. Do you know what I mean? Like, you never saw this from Hadi back in the day, but because he wasn't champion. When he was getting third place, do you know what I mean? He wasn't running on like this. But now he's the champion. And he feels that he should be champion. He deserves this title. He has this title. He is the current champion. He's like, no, listen, you show me respect. Show me respect for who I am, for what I've gone through, for what I've achieved. And I think he's been shown little respect. So good on him for having a backbone. Good on him for answering the critics. Good on him for posting back and being like, listen, bitch, respect me. I'm the champion. And until I'm dethroned, you better represent. You better act right. You better recognize that I am the champion. Bow down and kiss the ring, you little bitch. And as always, God bless you. Thank you so much for looking. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you listening and tuning in. God bless you. Have a great day. See you soon. And with this one, you know what to do. Go on, press it. I dare you. I double dare you. Go on, press that button.